Welcome to Ken Plant's Diaries na kung saan plants ang pinag-uusapan at dinadiary. Di tulad na iba dyan, iba ang iniingatan, madalas kapitbahay ang pinag-uusapan, char lang. If you like this video, don't forget to click subscribe and tap the notification bell for you to be updated for the new video that I'm going to upload in my channel, Ken Plant Diaries. In this episode, I'm going to share to you my ideas on how to arrange plants using Bromeliad. In this area, this is my arrangement. I use some of my available bromeliads that were collected before, and I propagated them until dumami sila. The first collection that I have was this one. This is my first bromeliad that I collected. When this is exposed to the sunlight, this is not actually the color. It will have a red color, just like this, but a lighter one. This fruit tree serves as their shade. The second type of bromeliad that I use is this type, and it has its beautiful outlining of the leaves. This was given to me by my aunt, and now I guess I have 4 separated bromeliad in a pot, and soon, if I have a time, I'll propagate this because it has already one shoot, and this is ready to detach. And I only have 4 types of bromeliad that I use in landscaping. This one, the color green, but actually if this will be exposed in the sunlight, it will turn its color into yellow-green. It has already how many shoots? 1, 2, 3 shoots, and it's so beautiful. This one also, look at that one, it's very big, and it has 3 shoots. What I did only in my collection of this is I always propagated them when I see that there are some shoots that are stable and ready to propagate. I will not long wait for the time not to harvest them, because for me it is important that I have to propagate them so that when I have the time to have a landscape, then I can use them. The first consideration that we have to take in doing landscape is the concept of the ladderized, meaning there will be an elevation of every plant. Just like this one, I am very thankful in our area because we have this type of rock. If you happen to go in a shore or in a beach, you will see a rock just like this. It's not the smooth type of rock. It has an edge and the zigzag pattern. What I did, I gathered all of those rocks, then I formed a mound. The first ladder, this one, I put some of my bromeliads, these 4 varieties. I arranged them in a mixed color, in a mixed style. They will shine individually based on their color. And I don't want also in this area to be just plain, so I added my calathea ornata in a white pot. It's so beautiful. I am afraid to put this one over here because it might be that if there will be an earthquake, then my pots, this calathea ornata, will fall. And mahal ang mga white pots. Alam natin yan. Minsan, nasisinagan sila ng araw dito na part. But I really love this type of calathea kasi dark form. Look at that one. And once it is dark and it will be put in the light color of pot, then it's beautiful. It will assuredly capture the eye of the viewer. In a province area, you will always expect that there are some wild plants that you can get in the urbanized areas. These wild plants serve as their unique, or shall we say, a rare plants, but in rural areas it is not. This 4 bird's nest in English, but it is termed in our location as pakpaklawin. Some would say that using bromeliad in landscaping, if you plant this type of variety, it's not good for landscaping because this is subject to where mosquitoes will lay their eggs. And we all know that mosquitoes can cause dengue. And if there is an outbreak of dengue, all of those means where they can lay their eggs, they were all destroyed, so that myriad of laying eggs of the mosquitoes will be stopped. Well, I guess for me, on my own views, it is normal that mosquitoes will lay eggs because they are part of the creation and the environment. They balance also the environment. And if we don't have mosquitoes, then what will happen to the what we call the balance ecosystem? Just like that. Kaya sa akin, if they will lay their eggs, kasi there will be water on the leaves, just like they are like an umbrella that they can stock water in their leaves, and that serves as their life. We don't need to water them. That's why this type of plant, the bromeliad, this can be planted in the branch of the trees or some trunk of the trees, because their roots will run or occupy or consume the bark of the trees. And even if you don't want to put this in a pot using soil, still they will survive. This is an air layering plants. That's why we should not be bothered that we will not use this in landscaping, because I know there are some plant hunters there who love to collect bromeliad. And as a testimony, bromeliad is really good in landscaping. I get all of my pandakaki bird's nest and I put them in some of my recycled pots. The pail, the broken pail. Sana all nabubroke. Hindi lahat nabubroke. Char. That one. The purpose why I put them in a pot so that I can elevate them in as much as I wanted to, and if the glare of the sun, the heat of the sun will strike them, I can easily get them and put them in a shaded area for me not to be stressed. Below on these 3 beautiful bird's nests, I put this pandakaki. We have so many pandakaki in our area, and what I always practice in landscaping is the concept of having a forest-like landscape. And as much as I wanted to have a beautiful output, I use a curve arrangement of this pandakaki. And I have also this potted pandakaki ready for sale. If someone will visit in our house, then if they wanted this plant, they can buy it. And you know already that the combination of green and the red, look at the one, it's beautiful. This type of plant, I love this plant. Those areas that mga mayayaman ang tumitira, ginagamit nila yan sa landscaping. And since we have trees in our house, and it takes time for this type of philodendron to climb. Yan. This is a grain emerald philodendron, and before I just put them in, I just put it in a pot because I don't want to have a climbing philodendron. I don't have time for them to arrange. I just want a plant that will not climb. But now, since we have here this tree, then I'm glad na yan, it climbed in that area. I have also a giant photos. This one, it's beautiful. Start to climb, then just climb over there. Now, that's above over here. I have this Capa de Leon. Capa de Leon. That's beautiful. It's only one. It was given to me by my brother. Yan. 3 before. This was bought in a low price, 500 only. But it was so small. Look at now. It's already big. And flexing my 4th collection of Bromeliad. This one. This is my 4th type of Bromeliad. It is not giant. I don't think it will grow in so big. I just put them below this bird's nest. Lahat yan lang talaga ang ginagawa ko. Pinag-iisa-isa. The more they are congested, the more they are closer, the more they will be beautiful, because they will be seen as a group and they will not be separated. There is a focus once you put all of your plants, the same variety, in one group, forming a shape. Yan. That one. At the back of this landscape, this is a circle. Circle 1. I put this as the varieties of spider plant. The varieties of spider plant, this was given to me by a friend who also loves to collect plants. This is my first variety, just like that. And flexing this type of variety when I was high school, grade 12, I used to have landscape in our school. Then my teacher, she was not around, and I'm very curious that I have to get this plant. So what I did, I steal. It can be termed that I steal, maybe. I steal because I did not ask her that I will get some for me to propagate in our house. That was supposedly intended only for our school gardening, since she bought it in Tagum for the contest. During the outbreak of pandemic, I have sold some of these spider plants in a low price, just 30, 20, and then I earn. How many collection of spider plant that I have? This one and this one. This is also different, the common one. This variety, yan. Then it is different over here kasi mas whitish ang yan formation than this. The outlining of this one is white. Then this one, the outlining of the leaves is green and white is dominating. Another type of spider plant, this one, this is very common. They are called spider plant because just like spider, they have web, an air plant. If you will hang them, they will have a shoot through air. Yan. Some type of ferns also, I don't know the name of this, but I incorporate this in my landscape because in a forest type of landscaping, it really needs color green, and color green is a very good color. It will be seen by your eyes in a simple glance. That's the overall appearance of my landscape. Everyone, thank you for watching. Keep supporting my channel. Regards, Ken Plants Diaries.